the clocks go tick-tock, I'll save us. Even when the clocks go tick-tock, even when the world is coming to an end of my love, I'll save us.
Hey everybody, it is your girl here, Genuinely Divine, coming at you today with a video. How does it see? I want to know how I can say with the video all about, let me adjust this camera just a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. Sorry guys, it's like it's cutting me off. Let me open this. Sorry. Hopefully I may edit this out, but if not, you know, it's all good. But anyway, hey guys, coming at you today, it's me, Genuinely Divine, coming at you today with a video all about the love compatibility videos, Taurus man with Gemini woman. Love compatibilities is a very, very popular topic. Everybody wants some love. I guess that's because that's our purpose. We were put here to give love and receive love. So love is very, very, very popular. Love is hot on the brain. So yeah, but just a little information for those of you who are requesting love compatibility videos. Those of you who would like for me to post a love compatibility of your choice. Those who make a donation of $10 or greater with a specific video, it will be uploaded within 3 to 5 business days. You can make a donation of your choice to support this channel. I have PayPal link and I also have the Cash App link. So whatever is your preference to use to make a donation or to request a specific video, by all means use it. Let's keep it moving, you guys, right on into Taurus man with Gemini woman. So is this a match made in heaven, or is it a match that heaven rejected? Let's go ahead, you guys, and get into the video and get a little bit of background information on both of these wonderful signs that live right next door to each other. Starting out with Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. Taurus rules the second house. Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of love and abundance. It's the goddess of beauty. You know, all things sensual and all things that are beautiful. That is Venus. Venus is a very feminine sign where the femininity is just so amazing. So a Taurus man holding these feminine traits, they can really be very, very close to home and tradition. So that's very important for Taurus people. Taurus also rules the second house. The second house is the house of self-worth, the house of possessions, things that you possess, not just materialistic, but things that you possess, like your voice. You know, like the vocal cords are very sensitive for Taurus people. They usually have nice voices, or like singing voices, speaking voices, you know, just really calm speaking people, able to calm people down when they speak. They possess wonderful traits that can help people to gain self-worth. Although they may not feel worthy within themselves, they have the power to make other people feel of high worth. Okay, moving on to Gemini. Gemini woman. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Gemini rules the third house. The third house is the house of communications. These people are communicators. Geminis are is an air sign. Air is all about being free. Air does not like to be confined ever. It just wants to be free, to flow through the trees, through the world, just have that undeniable freedom. That's exactly what Gemini wants. Gemini rules the third house. With the third house, the house of communication, the house of siblings and short distance travels and things of that nature. These people are really busy people. So what happens with Mercury and Venus when they come together to share a relationship? First of all, Mercury and Venus are friends. They are the two planets that are the closest to the sun. So it's like a lot of times your Venus and your Mercury may be the same as your sun sign. A lot of times it's different, but it doesn't travel far from the sun. So yeah, for friendship with these two, oh yeah, of course, definitely friendship, great friendship. But what about the romantic sector? for these two. I have some notes here, you guys, so I just want to make sure I'm saying everything that I wanted to say. But yeah, Venus and Mercury are the two hottest planets in our solar system, with the exception of the sun. Yeah, they're hot. So, you know, like Taurus are really hot, sexy guys, you know. They usually really broad shoulders and they look so strong and so sturdy. Like, you know, you're gonna be safe with Taurus Man because they just look like they can take on the world. Their symbol is the bull, you know, like they're like strong and masculine, although they carry that feminine energy also because of Venus. They still have masculinity. Their bodies look so masculine. It's their personality that's kind of like feminine like. So Gemini with Mercury is very youthful. It has that very youthful energy. They're very young, active, you know. And Mercury, like most people, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So these people kind of like have a nervous condition. Like they can be hyperactive sometimes, they can overact, overthink, they can overdo things. Mercury is a very fast moving planet. So yeah, Venus is very slow, steady, and patient, but Mercury likes to move around a lot. Okay, so Taurus Man is very, very, very traditional. Like Taurus men are very, very traditional. Like he is a homebody basically. I mean, enjoying the luxuries that he's worked so hard to possess within his lifetime and things of that nature. He liked to activate all of his senses, you know, like he liked to smell, and he like a woman that smells good, that looks good, feels soft to the touch, you know. He want a woman that walks nice and just has that youthful glow to her. Just all of those things, these are things that he wants. And, you know, Gemini woman actually activate all of those senses for Taurus, you know. She's sexy, materialistic, and youthful, very sociable. I mean, she's even flirtatious. So these two are very, 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 very attracted to each other on the first meet. They're very, very attractive. But as they get to know one another, Taurus begin to realize that his Gemini woman is very indecisive, somewhat kind of like the Libra woman. Libra is an air sign as well. So that's one of the traits that these two air signs share with one another, is indecisiveness, but in different ways. It's really difficult for Gemini to make a decision on one thing because they don't want to make the wrong decision. Libra is very difficult for them to make a decision because they are just not sure of what is the right decision, you know, to a certain extent, which is kind of like the same thing, but not the same thing, if that makes sense to you, okay? But Gemini has the twins, so they have this dual activity going on for them. So they are trying to satisfy both of the twins. So one twin may want this and the other twin wants this. So they, instead of them making a decision, they just need to satisfy both twins, which causes confusion for Taurus and makes them feel like there's no stability. And Taurus, that's what they long for. That's what they want. They want stability. They love stability. That is what makes them feel worthy to be alive, you know, is being stable, having that stable foundation. Gemini, on the other hand, being an air sign, they just wanted that freedom the freedom to choose whatever it is that they want to do. Taurus is a fixed sign, so whatever Taurus fixate their heart, whatever Taurus fixate his or her mind, his mind to, this is exactly what Taurus is aiming to do, and he's not going to be steered any other direction because they're very stubborn, because he is a fixed sign. Again, he's a fixed sign. Gemini, on the other hand, is a mutable sign. Geminis are mutable. So Gemini, whatever it is that's going on, if they attach to that, that's what they become. That becomes their reality for them, because they mutate. into whatever it is that they need to become. So Taurus has so many traditions and values that mean so much to them. They value tradition. They honor their values. Geminis, on the other hand, they don't really have a lot of traditions, or they don't value a whole lot of anything. They have things that they value, but you know, their value is not the same as Taurus value. And with that being said, like, Taurus may value sitting at the dinner table with the family, you know, the kids, and they're eating dinner and they're all just really getting to know what happened within the day with each other, you know, just sharing ideas and their thoughts and their days with one another. Gemini is like, you know, the type that will probably bring her phone to the table and she's just chatting it up with friends because, you know, they like had a party last night, they were out drinking, somebody said something to somebody, and now they're just like, what? Trying to get it straightened out, just talking and just having a good old conversation, and not even thinking about Taurus man and his traditions, because it's not important to her. So Gemini, with that being said, remember, in this relationship, if you guys are experiencing these type issues in your relationship, remember to respect your Taurus man traditions and values. Even if you feel like they're not important or that serious, they are that serious. So please remember to respect his values. Gemini, Taurus man, please remember to respect that your Gemini woman has a need to be sociable. She has a need to change her mind over and over again. It's very difficult. That's just the nature. That's just her nature. That's the energy in which she was born with, and it's very difficult for her sometimes to just stay steady. Like, she's not like you, Taurus. She's not steady and stable-minded as you. She has a lot of things going on in her head constantly. So she's fast. She's always on the fast track. Even if she's moving slow, she's on the fast track in her mind, because that's the energy of Mercury. It's constantly moving. That's why they have to be sociable, okay? I think with this love compatibility, I think both Taurus and Gemini both have really high expectations of each other, like extremely high expectations. And although they deliver to a certain extent, it is never ever going to be enough for these two, unless you guys have common grounds. And of course, for those of you who have, for Taurus, if you have a Venus that is in an air sign, and that will be good for you guys. Gemini, if you have your Venus in a water sign, that would definitely help this compatibility also to become, you know, a little bit more stable, long lasting, you know. But, you know, of course, I would have to definitely see your whole entire chart to give you a more accurate understanding of your love compatibility. But this is being based on the sun signs alone. This is only one aspect of your relationship, so it may not resonate with everyone that's in this love compatibility, but you will definitely have some of the similarities going on in your relationship. But anyway, back to what I was saying, is that the expectations sometimes do not reach the level that each party in this love compatibility wishes for. So Taurus man is very stable, and he provides that financial security that Gemini woman needs in her life. But at the same token, it's like Gemini is never ever satisfied. So it's very difficult for Taurus to maintain stability like he would want in his life. Taurus would like to build his bank account. He would like to have nice things, but at the same token, he would like to have money saved also. Geminis, especially Geminis with an Aries rising, or, you know, Libra rising or something of that nature, these people are big spenders. You know, they're like huge spenders, and they really spend money. Now, if Gemini is closer to the Taurus, you know, the Taurini, then it would be a little bit different. They save a little bit different. But Geminis who don't have anything to really, nothing else in their chart to really help them out, like any stable signs in their chart, like Taurus itself or Capricorn or maybe even Virgo. These people tend to be a little bit aloof when it comes to money, causing Taurus to feel like his stability is being shaken. Taurus does not like that. So that is going to lead to frustration in this relationship. Like, this love compatibility is going to lead to frustration because Gemini is spending a lot of money on looking good. And this is what attracted Taurus. And Taurus, don't get it twisted, Taurus does not mind spoiling his Gemini woman at any time or any given time. The thing is, Gemini is never satisfied with anything. So they're constantly changing. He can buy her a Porsche today and she changed her mind. Now she wants, I don't know, a Lamborghini? I don't know. But she wants something that is going to be constantly battling with how to make his Gemini woman happy. When it comes to terms of like the bedroom with these two, I think this will be a challenge for them because of the simple fact. Now, again, if they have Venus, if both of these, Gemini and Taurus, both have a Venus in a water sign like Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, this would definitely help them when it comes to their love making. But of course, if they are Taurus and Gemini in the Venus section as well as the Sun, this is going to be kind of like a rough patch. The sex will be a rough patch because Taurus is all about sensuality and just feeling every single thing. He needs to feel the passion, and he needs to cuddle, he needs to caress, he needs to really dive deep into your soul when he's making love to you. Gemini, of course, is air. Air signs are intellectual, and so they need mental stimulation. It's more than just a touch. You know, touching is fine, but some air signs don't even like to be touched, to be in all actuality, not for long periods of time. They will be the type that probably don't even want to kiss you for real in a relationship, you know, because they're not those type people. They're not that emotional, you know. They you can take them to a park and talk to them and stimulate their mind, and they all of a sudden they want to have sex, you know. They're horny like, and they want to be intimate with you. But when you're actually in a close proximity where you're just touching and kissing, it actually can make Gemini feel uncomfortable to a certain extent. Of course, again, if they have some water here, it would definitely lessen the blow on this. But if not, yeah, they can be uncomfortable. They don't like to cuddle a lot. They will because they see it on TV and they feel like this is how relationships are supposed to go. You're supposed to cuddle, you're supposed to, but at the same token, they're feeling uncomfortable. So Taurus man, if you're with a Gemini woman, intimacy for her is not the same for you. She's aroused differently than you. Like, just good conversation, you know, spontaneity, you know, doing things out of the norm. This is really good for them. Gemini needs variety. Even if you guys have a good sexual relationship, don't let it just become stagnant where you guys do the same thing. They do it in different places, you know. Be spontaneous. Now, when this relationship is really going good, Taurus actually provides that stability for his Gemini woman, and Gemini provides that fun, loving, youthful spirit for her Taurus man, and these two actually really complement each other very well. But when this compatibility goes to the left and Taurus man has really made up his mind that he don't want to stay, he withdraws from his he withdraws from his Gemini woman, and he pull away. Once he pull away, it's going to be very difficult for Gemini to bring him back in, because again, he's a fixed sign and very stubborn, and once he make up his mind, that's exactly what it is. So Gemini and Taurus, if you guys have found a common ground, awesome. And your relationship is flowing well, awesome. Sorry you guys, my camera died on me. This is becoming a regular thing. But whatever I was saying, I can't remember exactly what I was saying, but I know I was saying something to the extent that once Taurus withdraws from a relationship, there's really no coming back for them. I mean, there are, it depends, of course, but for the most part, once they make up their mind, they're gone. So Gemini, if you love your Taurus man, please remember to respect, understand his values and traditions. Taurus man, if you love your Gemini woman, understand her all as well. You know, when it comes to finances with this couple, of course, I do believe Taurus would be the one to be the stable one, the one who is the provider, the one who makes sure everything is taken care of, because Gemini is just a little bit too busy. You know, they may forget to pay bills, they may forget to do anything that's not involving taking care of themselves, you know, buying themselves nice things, getting their hair done. Of course, if Gemini had to take on the responsibility of doing everything on his or on her own, then of course she would find a way, but some things will probably get turned off, like the lights sometimes, the phone bill, like some things will go unpaid, because Gemini is the type, they want what they want, and they have that childlike energy. They're very youthful and they feel like they deserve it. They feel like they're entitled. So in the finance department, I definitely would say Taurus will be the one that will be the most responsible in this love compatibility, not because he is the man in this compatibility, but because he has that stability, that stable energy, and Gemini does not possess that, you know. Okay, when it comes to communication with these two, they can definitely be awesome communicators with each other. They can actually talk for hours, you know. They can make the best of friends. The only thing that they probably have to work on sometimes is just Gemini just kind of like losing attention during the conversation. And Taurus, please understand that she has a busy mind and she's listening to you. Oh, okay, she's not, I'm sorry, but she's trying to listen to you and think at the same time. She have a lot of dual activity going on, so that's something that may be a distraction for Taurus, that may that's a distraction from Gemini that may really frustrate Taurus. But you have to understand, that's just the energy she's born with. Taurus can be really slow in the relationship, so and in the conversation. So yeah, sometimes they may butt heads, but when they're actually in their zone and they're flowing, the conversation is good. But when they have other things going on in their mind, Taurus is really slow in the conversation. Gemini is really fast and she's not really paying attention, okay? When it comes to shared values, I think the both of them, they both love materialistic things. They both love nice cars. They both like nice houses. They both like nice things. They both like to dress very nice. They both like to be very well groomed. Taurus man likes some really nice haircut. I mean, he would probably get the shoe polish, the stuff, you know, all that extra, you know, that man hair stuff. And then Gemini was always gonna have her hair laid. She's gonna always have her makeup perfect, and the nicest clothes that she can find, you know, like probably red bottoms that she cannot afford, but she will look good. She will look very good, very good. So I think those are the shared values, is that they're both materialistic. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. But it can turn into a bad thing if you cannot afford it, and then you create that life, and then you create a whole lot of other problems for yourself later on in life, okay? Let's see what else I can do for you guys. Okay, I get shared values, communication, finances. If these two were to have kids, these kids will be like totally decked out. They're gonna wear J's all the time, or really expensive shoes. Whatever the most popular item is, their kids will have to have it, because their kids are a representation of who they are. And this is especially for Gemini. This is a representation of who they are. Their children is an extension. They are an extension of them. So therefore, they're gonna have super nice. They're gonna be very well groomed. They're gonna wear super nice clothing. Now, if Gemini have some malefic planets going on and just kind of like faltering this aspect of their sun sign, then their children will probably lack in having nice things, because they spend everything on themselves. Now, Taurus, on the other hand, they're gonna make sure their children have every single thing that they need. Now, everything that they want, probably not, but they will have a great deal, because Taurus is more stable-minded and Gemini is more active-minded. You know, like whatever comes in their mind, this is what they act on. They're just very active. You know, Mercury moving really fast, making fast decisions, just moving fast, you know. So just whatever's going on right now, whatever the trend is right here, Gemini latches onto it and go with it, you know, until another trend comes, grabs that and latches onto that. They're mutable. And Taurus, of course, is just stable, fixed. So they can do the same thing over and over and over again. So just a little bit of advice for this love compatibility is, Taurus, we need some spontaneity, you know. I need you to start being a little bit more spontaneous in this relationship, you know, with your sex. Don't just be so traditional with sex. Don't be so traditional with anything. Spontaneity is every single thing with Geminis, because they crave variety. Gemini, girl, find you some stability, find you some type of outlet that helps you to burn energy, so that when you get home, you can be a lot more stable with your Taurus man, and sit there and cuddle with him for a while, you know. Understand you have a great guy, a guy that will go out of his way to make sure that you have what you need and provide for you. And that is great. In this world, everybody needs a partner, a helpmate that is actually gonna bring in some damn income and help out with all these damn bills. So if you have that, honor that, respect that, give that man some time and cuddle with him and kiss him. I know you don't like to kiss, Gemini. I know you don't. But you better kiss that man and give him some tongue, not this little smacker bull crap, okay? But until next time, you guys, I wish you guys so much love, peace, and many wonderful, wonderful, wonderful blessings. Oh, yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. Is it a match made in heaven, or is it a match that heaven rejected? It is a match that heaven rejected. Sorry, you guys, but you guys can make it work, okay? Till next time, bye.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. I guess you gave me things I didn't give to you. Oh, friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight at it. Hope you see my face, and that you be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Even when the clocks go tick-tock, I'll save us. Even when the clocks go tick-tock, even when the world is coming to an end, oh, I love, I'll